Hi everyone, I'm Mick. Welcome to my shop. So today we're taking a quick look at a new tool that I got, or actually three tools, from my buddy Russ, and this is what they look like. So let's go check them out. So pardon the mess here. I'm in the middle of another project for this old Do More tool post grinder, which hopefully I'll be getting that video out relatively soon. But this video is about these. I've never seen anything like these before. I got these from my buddy Russ. You probably saw the tour of his shop recently. But essentially what these are is fly cutters. And they use a round insert, which is nice because you can just turn it as it wears. There's some wear on a couple of parts of it here. It's got three different diameters. What are these? Let me grab a scale here. There we go. So this one looks like 3.5. This one looks like 2.5 and 1.5. And they are touted as being specifically designed for low power machines. So I'll put some information, a link to the manufacturer's website down in the description. But I figured let's give these a shot and see how they work. So let's go over to the mill and check it out. Alright, so I'm going to use an end mill holder since these fly cutters do have a Weldon flat on them. 3/4 inch shaft. And we got to raise the head for clearance here. Now I do have to admit, this little test is probably a little bit unfair because I'm using a piece of unknown steel that's rusted, but I am going to surface rust on it. You can see a little pattern on it where I experimented with using my laser engraver on a low setting to remove rust, and it actually worked better than I thought it would, but it's not fast. Certainly not like the ads you see with the guys holding the laser rust removal tool and just wiping it over it. Those things have to be really powerful, I think. Alright, let's get the head back down. And we'll lock the head in. And I am going to use coolant just to give it a fighting chance. Alright, so I'm just going to start with 5 thou. Get a little bit of coolant flowing here. Want that to come down. There we go. Alright, here we go. Yeah, at that depth it was barely even touching a lot of it. So, let's take it back and drop it another, let's do 10 thou this time. Again, this is a 10 thou depth of cut, and I moved the workpiece in a little bit because it wasn't cutting all the way to this edge. Alright, still didn't get all the way down, and it looks like the, let's turn this air off. Looks like the cutters are 3, 2, and 1 inch. This block is 3 inches, and it looks like I can just barely cut the entire width of it. But that's a really nice finish, which you would kind of expect with this round insert. These may just be my new favorite fly cutters. Get that, I'm not going to make another run right now, but let me get that out of the vise so you can see it. Had to get my little shield out because it was spraying me with coolant. There it is. Yeah, let's see if you can see that. Yeah, I would call that a pretty nice finish. It's just as nice, if not nicer, than a regular fly cutter. Got a little bit of something on this edge here, and I didn't touch those inserts. They may, I should take a look at them under the microscope and see what the edge looks like. But yeah, well, thank you, Russ. Those are pretty darn cool. I'll like I said, I'll put a link down in the description, and I think I'll actually go read the literature on it to see what they say about using them now that I've tried it. So after I milled the top of that piece, I went and looked at the website and got a little bit more info on these things. One of the interesting things is, and it makes sense, I mean you can see it when you look at the tool, it cuts on this edge. Let me see if I can zoom in. Maybe you can see that a little better. So, yeah, so it cuts on this edge. They apparently make this tool in 2 different models. The one I have has 1 insert. They also make it with 3 inserts. They have these are custom designed inserts. So that's one thing. I'll have to check and see how much they are and what their availability is. But apparently they have several different grades. You can't see this. Yeah, so Metal Masters are the name of the tool from a company called Rotary Technologies Corporation. They've apparently got several different grades of the inserts. They also have some operating specifications, they call it, where they say flood or heavy mist coolant is required when machining non-ferrous materials. Ferrous materials can be machined dry if lower cutting parameters are used. Maximum depth of cut is 1/8 of an inch, 0.125. That's pretty deep. But they say deeper cuts may cause the clamp screw to loosen. Then they go through and give a whole table of feeds and speeds for different materials. And then the other thing that I thought was interesting is they say climb milling is strongly recommended to prevent the inserts from rubbing when entering the part. Yeah. Skim cutting, due to the unique cutting action, the part should be separated after on return passes so you don't take a skim cut. Apparently the cutter doesn't work very well that way. And then they say the optimum width of the cut is generally 2/3 of the diameter of the cutter. So I was taking a full width cut on that, and it did just fine. So I'll put a link to the Rotary Technologies Corporation in the description. And yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.